You hear that, Simkai? The recording is in progress. Let me know when you're ready.
Can I start off or no?
You want to start off?
Yeah. Yo, 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 everyone. It's your boy Mike and our stud over here, Alan Gittleman.
Yo, yo, yo. What's up, everybody? How y'all doing? This week, we got some fun stuff for you guys. The return of Chama. We're gonna recap on Manel Kape versus Asul Mumbayev, and we got our UFC Fighter of the Week, among other things. So, Simkai, let's get right into it. Last week, last weekend, this past weekend, whatever you want to call it, we had some good fights. We had some really good fights. Anything
Oh,
stand out to you?
yeah, man. I had him picked to win the fight, but Mario Pinto literally,
Mm,
bam, man. He literally rocked Austin Lane, put him out on his feet. It was insane. It was the first
that
finish, too.
he made Austin Lane astrally project to Venus. That
Yeah,
was crazy, bro.
I was
And on top of that, just being a cool fight, cool knockout. You skipped ahead a little bit, but that's my prospect of the week. That motherfucker, the UFC debut, he's going against like somewhat of a grizzled vet in Austin Lane.
yeah.
Austin Lane is a big, brolic heavyweight, and Austin Lane was winning that fight for a round and a half until he wasn't. Put to sleep. Just
Yeah, he literally
eyes roll
like
back, head slams against the canvas,
like
starts snoring.
literally.
I hope
I
he's all right. I hope Austin Lane is all right. I actually like enjoy watching him, like relatively for all the heavyweights. I enjoy watching him fight. So I hope he's okay. I hope he recovers, and I hope the UFC keeps him because he's a solid addition to the heavyweight roster. But Mario Pinto, what a performance!
Mario Pinto 10 and 0 now, man. 10 and
I don't
0.
know, 10-0. Tells you everything you need to know.
Yeah. Oh.
A little bit of a rhyming game going on. All right. Aside from Mario Pinto,
Nothing.
who had a huh?
I said, is anything else catch your eye with any finishes on that card or
Yes. The main event, Asul Mabaya versus Manel Kape. I gotta be honest with you.
I
Manel
didn't
Kape's looking good.
Manel
Manel
Cop
Kape's looking so fucking good.
Manel Cop's the
No
next guy.
Diddy.
Listen, Manel Cop, I think, is the next guy because of two reasons.
Mm,
One, I mean, I really can't see anyone on the feet messing with this guy.
mhm,
Like maybe honestly, the only two people that I could see standing with him on the feet are the people fighting for the flyweight title. Kai
mhm.
Kara France and Pantoja. Those are the only two people I can see him going toe to toe with. Even Brandon Moreno. Like, I just think that, well, I think that Cop should be next. But now that I think about it, I wouldn't mind seeing him against Brandon Moreno. Like if because Brandon Moreno does have a fight booked. He is fighting Steve Urcheg in Mexico City.
Yeah,
But
that's coming up relatively soon. I don't
yeah,
think there's anybody else that Manel Kape could fight that would make it
yeah.
interesting or
He should
worth it
definitely
for him or exciting.
he should definitely be the backup, in my opinion.
Yeah, I agree. I think he should be the backup for the title. And I think he should also be given immediate title shot next, no matter what happens, unless it's like some kind of controversial win where everybody needs a rematch. I hope it, I don't know.
You know
Maybe.
the you know the only thing I'll say though about that fight, and I think you might agree, is
Mm.
the thing that was happening with like the eye and the fingers, like what did you make of that? Like
I hated that bullshit. He definitely knows how to game the eye pokes. He makes it look like they're not actually eye pokes by throwing them from the side like a hook.
yeah,
But bro, you don't throw a fucking hook with your hand open. You
like I
just
don't
don't do that. You don't throw like this. Even if you Stockton slap, your hand is like this if you're Stockton slapping. Bah! You're
yeah,
never punching like this.
I kind of
And
felt bad
so
for Almubayev in that respect because
me
we
too.
all saw it, like, and nothing was called on it. I mean,
That's the thing though. We see the replays, the ref and the judges, they don't really see it.
yeah,
I mean the judges now only recently started watching the replays. They only recently got that ability. The ref, no, they don't
no.
watch the instant replay.
I mean, but it was still a good win by Cop. I mean, he definitely did swarm him, and I think he definitely caught
Cop was
him.
winning no matter what. Cop won with the eye pokes, without the eye pokes, before the first eye poke, after the last eye poke. He won that fight. I'm
Yeah,
sorry. Asul Mabayev could not take him
he,
down. Nowhere close.
that was impressive for me. I mean, just the takedown defense. I think honestly, I want to see that Pantoja rematch. I mean, that was a fun fight. That went all 3 rounds. That was a fun fight, and that was his debut.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like,
I love the fight. I think it needs to happen, and I think it
yeah,
needs to happen sooner rather than later. You know what I'm
honest,
saying?
yeah, honestly, in my opinion, I would do it in Brazil. Give Pantoja his home field. I think it's I
He's
I can
earned it.
and it's not like he hasn't main evented before. He literally fought Urchek there, and he headlined the
Facts.
whole. Like I think he's a main event fighter. I'm
I
not
think so
gonna
too.
like he is like the face of the flyweight division right now.
I agree
So
with you. I agree with you completely. Okay.
what's another fight? You know what's another finish that had me interested?
What's up?
Cody Brundage.
I was just about to talk about that motherfucker. This slick motherfucker
I
knocked
love
out
him. I
the
called it
Cuban
too.
Missile
I knew he was
Crisis.
gonna get a first round finish. I knew it was gonna happen.
I'm a fan of
Dog.
Cody Brundage. The more I see him fight, the more of a fan I become.
He's a dog. Like
Yes.
he goes in there and he looks for that finish. That's why he's a fighter who should be
Yeah.
still with the UFC, in my opinion. And I think he will.
Bro, for sure. After you co-main event and you turn out a first round knockout, for sure. Plus his story about his daughter, like I hope she gets better, but it's a very inspiring story that he was able
Yeah,
to work through all that. His daughter has some kind of um illness or something, and she's in occupational therapy for like 4 hours a day. And so for him to overcome that, for him to get a
awesome.
first round knockout the way he did,
It's
Cody
awesome.
Brundage is a bad motherfucker. All respect to him. And taking nothing away from Julian Marquez, he's also a savage,
He's
you know?
also a savage, but I don't. I think he's gonna get cut. To be honest, he's on like a 5 fight skid or like a 4 fight.
Marquez,
Yeah, he's on a four
I
fight
hope they
skid.
don't cut him. He's never in a boring fight. He never leaves the first round.
Oh, I
And I,
know. I like it too. He's called the Cuban Missile Crisis. I mean, the name speaks for itself. So,
yeah.
in that regard, I think he's definitely someone that they should keep around. Also, you know what was freaking insane?
Wow. The last time he won a fight was April of 2021.
Yeah, exactly. I don't.
Oh boy.
Yeah, he's gonna get cut probably. I'm not gonna.
Oh, listen, it's tough, but fuck, you gotta win at least one. They
Alan,
kind of,
you know
yeah.
what you know what I know? I know this fight got you jumping up and screaming. Nasrat Haqparast and Esteban Ribovics.
Easily
Oh,
fight of the night. Easily the fight of the night. It was a beautiful fight. And I thought, which way do you think it should have gone? Do you think it was a robbery? Do you think it was fair?
honestly, I mean, I thought Haqparast did well. I mean, I don't know if I'm crazy, but I kind of thought he did win. But maybe I'm crazy.
I don't think you're crazy. I think it was very close too. I
Yeah.
gave I gave it to Esteban Ribovics just because of how that last round ended. He was just piecing up Nasrat. He made his eye swell up. That third round, he did a lot of damage. Round one was pretty convincingly for Nasrat. So round two was where the disagreements come in, I think. I gave round two to Ribovics, and I gave him round three. But I can see why Nasrat would have won. I see why he won. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
he won for a reason. I mean, it's always hard with a close fight like that.
Yeah, but the hands were so crispy on Nasrat. You can't take anything away from him. He
Yeah.
was so fucking good when he had to be. His hands.
You know what?
Bilal's coach, Bilal likes to talk about fucking Canelo hands. Nasrat really got them Canelo hands. He's
Yeah, not
really with the shits, bro.
bro,
He's
he is.
cool for that. Like I thought
You
that
know
was
who
a
I
cool
also think has
performance.
hands? Because I
Huh?
thought you know what, fight, and it was actually the fight before this that I thought was going to get fight of the night. Hyder Emil and William Gomez. That also put on quite the show. I
That was a
mean,
great fight. That was a
Hyder, I
great fight.
think Hyder won that fight. I mean, I definitely saw more of like the strikes connecting. I saw more action from Hyder in that sense.
Dude, Hyder was like, I don't give a fuck what happens. I'm gonna beat the fuck out of you. And that was it.
Yeah.
That's
Lit-
like he walked forward. Gomez had his moments. Gomez was tough. But Hyder Emil just walking forward. He does not give a fuck what he gets hit with. He just strikes back. Mm,
Yeah.
dog. Love that. Speaking of dogs, speaking of
Oh,
underdogs,
the underdog. Oh.
you know who I'm about to talk about right now.
Oh, I
You
know.
already know the shits. You're already with the shits. But for the people that aren't, our boy Sam Patterson, you sir called this. You called this last week. You were talking about how good Sam Patterson is. Don't sleep on him. He's nasty. And I was like,
Uh,
Barlow is gonna cause problems for him.
I
Boy, was
told
I wrong.
Patterson.
Boy,
I
was
mean,
I wrong.
Patterson, I have to say, since moving up to welterweight, wow. Like he's found his weight class. Like lightweight obviously didn't work out for him with the
Mhm.
loss against
And again, that
Yama.
was one fight,
That
know?
was one fight though, but he moved up to welterweight and wow, he's like on quite the
Three first round finishes in a row.
and
In a row.
he knocked out someone who knocks people out. Like you can't yeah. I mean, you know what? Honestly, I would love to see Patterson make a quick turnaround in London. I think he could do it. I think he could pull it off. It's home base for him.
That's
So,
the Leon Edwards card.
yeah, Leon Edwards and Sean Brady, that
I don't
card.
like that. I don't like that fight for Leon Edwards, but that's aside from the point.
Yeah.
I'd like to see him there. I'm not
Yeah.
against it at all. I'd like to see him fight somebody like Gabe Green, maybe.
Ooh, that's good.
I feel like that would be interesting. It's
I
like
like,
somebody right outside the top 15. It's three consecutive first round finishes, bro. You don't got to do too much more
yeah.
to be fighting top 15. So I'm thinking give him somebody like Gabe Green, give him somebody who's like just outside the top 15. Um, have them go at it in London. And yeah,
Yeah, I think Patterson will get another one, honestly, at this point.
let's
I mean,
see. Maybe. Give him, you know who they should give him? Brian fucking Battle.
oh, wow. Yeah.
Brian Battle, Sam Patterson in London.
Yeah, you know what? You know what's definitely going to happen?
Look it.
Uh, I, he's definitely if he beats Patterson, he's definitely gonna tell the crowd to go fuck themselves. I mean, I'm not gonna
As he
lie,
should.
the Paris thing was hilarious on the mic with him. I don't know if you remember that, but like basically they were booing him because he beat Kevin Jusey, who's a welterweight, and he's like,
Yeah.
"Y'all booing me? Fuck you! Y'all fuck you!"
Y'all booing me. Y'all thought I was gonna lose in a
Fuck
fist
you!
fight to a
Y'all
French dude. Sam Patterson, didn't he also fight Jusey?
I
No, he
believe,
fought Kiefer Crosby. And Kiefer Crosby fought Jusey. That's what
yeah.
happened.
Okay,
All right.
Alan,
Next.
it's time to get to Chama.
The
Chama.
Chama is here. Ah!
Folks, we're starting with the main event on this one because I mean, who isn't thinking about the main event right now? Like, and me and Alan, we briefly mentioned
Probably disabled people.
probably, definitely. Me and Alan went over it briefly last episode, but Magomed Ankalaev and Alex Pereira is the fight to make at light heavyweight right now. Like
Facts.
there is no other fight to make. There's no other contender, and I've been saying it for a while. Magomed Ankalaev deserves the shot. I mean, there was obviously controversy with him and Blachowicz. They fought for the title. This isn't the first time Ankalaev has fought for a title. So in that sense, Ankalaev, I think he's prepared for this. Like I think he's ready. He's already
I think everybody's ready until they step in there with the Chama, with
no,
Poatan.
but I'm just saying that he has 5 round experience. He has championship fight experience. I don't think the pressure is gonna get to him this time. Well, I mean, I think it did a little bit last time. I won't lie. I think the pressure got to him.
I think it will again because there's no greater pressure than Alex.
Yeah.
both in terms of his star power and in terms of his fighting ability. He moves forward no matter what.
Alex,
He will march you down and he will beat the fuck out of you because he has full confidence that he can hit you harder and cleaner than you can hit him. And he's right. He's absolutely right. He's going to walk Magomed Ankalaev down, pick his shots, maybe get hit a couple times, but he should probably be able to survive that. And then he'll just switch off Ankalaev's lights.
yeah, I mean, the thing that's kind of like that doesn't make any sense to me is that Ankalaev is like talking big about how he's gonna stand with him. Dude, you're gonna shoot the moment you get the chance. I'm sorry, but he's not gonna stand with him.
He,
Ankalaev, Ankalaev, like that wouldn't be the wise move. So I don't think I definitely think he's gonna shoot. That's just me.
he should probably bring a gun in there with him and shoot that at Pereira.
Who
Because
does?
like he's not gonna win if he strikes.
Yeah, he's not.
He has very bad like takedown accuracy stats. Very low takedown shot in the UFC. Zero, either zero or one submission in the
Well,
UFC.
Blachowicz took him down, remember?
Huh?
Blachowicz did take him down.
Blachowicz took down Alex, you're saying.
Yeah, that happened.
Right. But Ankalaev doesn't really shoot for takedowns like that. Like he's Dagestani, but he's not a wrestler.
No, I agree. But I think
So
that, yeah, I mean, it's definitely a fight that's going to be very interesting to watch because, I mean, Alex Pereira, obviously, he's a fucking superstar.
he's
So
the man.
he is the man. I mean, honestly, I don't want to blow the gun, but he's my favorite fighter right now. Like,
Me too.
he's everybody's,
It's hard for him not to be your favorite fighter
he really
because
is.
he's fighting everybody. He's fighting every other month. He's fucking the champion of the world, and he's pushing the envelope of how many defenses you can get, how fast.
You want me to
And
tell
when
you that
guys do that, when you fight often as the champion
that's
and you keep winning by knockout,
that's
UFC
accurate.
can't ask for anybody better.
Yeah.
Anybody.
I mean, also, this guy literally saves cards. Like,
He
he's a card
does,
saver. He's a card saver. Like,
which is crazy because like no matter what fight he replaces, he's always in a more entertaining fight than that fight would be. Always.
oh, 100%. And I think with Herrera, like, I mean, his accolades speak for themselves. Double champion glory, double champion in the UFC, and he's still holding the light heavyweight title. So, I mean, it's
That
up for
individual is massive.
that individual is massive, both
He's
in,
so big, it like does not make sense.
yeah. Oh, he's massive in actual size and in how big he actually is worldwide.
Yeah, like
So,
his star power, yeah, he's one of the biggest he's probably the biggest MMA star on earth right now. But when
yeah.
you talk about physical size, this dude is, to quote Uncle Joey Diaz, tremendous. This motherfucker's tremendous. He's fucking huge, bro.
Literally
Doesn't
looks like
make sense.
he literally looks like one of those stone statues, I won't lie.
He does. That's why the meme is there. But like
And
the fact that he ever made 185 without chopping off both legs, to me, is insane.
yeah,
Insane.
I think it's a little bit of a stretch that he wants to go back.
He could. He could do whatever the fuck he wants. He's Alex Pereira. He is the Mike Tyson of the UFC.
Dricus did. I feel like Dricus would fight him,
I
but
think
we all,
Dricus would get knocked the fuck out, respectfully.
yeah, but we all want to see Hamzat and Dricus. So,
I want to see that. I don't
but
want to see Alex versus Hamzat. I don't want to see that.
oh, that'll be terrible. But speaking about knockouts, kind of have to mention our co-main here. I mean, honestly, I was excited about the original matchup, but this also has my attention. A rematch.
I like this one. I like this one a lot. Fiziev is coming off a long layoff. Gaethje is coming off. What was his last fight? Was it the Holloway fight?
Yeah, a, a knockout. Clean
Been a
knockout.
minute for him too. That knockout was attempted murder. That was one of
Yeah,
the worst knockouts I've ever seen.
Okay, but you can't. No, no, no. The only thing is, I won't take anyone like dissing Justin for that because he went out on his fucking shield. He went out on his shield,
That's not what
and
I'm
he
saying.
has the balls to do that. No one else has the balls to do that
No,
except
no,
him.
no, 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 no. You're missing the plot entirely. I'm not saying it's not ballsy of him. Of course it's ballsy. But you're never the same after a knockout like that. That's why most people wouldn't do that. You fundamentally, as a human being, what he did to Tony Ferguson, Max Holloway did to him. I think he hit that same switch on his career. That's why I think Fiziev is the favorite. In that fight, you could see Justin breaking, and he didn't want to be in there. Same thing that he did to Tony. And now, when that happens to a fighter, fundamentally, you never go back to who you were before that fight. Justin Gaethje is a different Justin Gaethje now. I'll always be a fan of him, but I think Fiziev gets this one done.
Okay, but we also thought, I thought, I mean, I thought I also saw that with Poirier, but look what happened. Look what
What do you
Justin
mean?
did. Remember what Dustin Poirier did to Justin? He overwhelmed him. He broke him like that, and then Justin
In the
knocked him out.
first fight?
Yeah,
No, he just gassed him out. There's a difference between being gassed out and breaking mentally.
I
You can
mean,
see it because, like, when somebody's gassed out, their mouth is open, but they're still looking at their opponent. When you're breaking mentally, you start to look at it for escape routes. You start looking at the clock, you start looking at like the floor, you start looking at people in the crowd, you lose focus. And when that starts to happen to you, that's way worse. Way worse. Because if you're not
I
paying attention to the fighter in front of you, you will get slept.
I think I have to agree with you here because, like, I mean, I love Justin Gaethje. I mean, hell, I watched him fight Khabib at your place. Like that was, that was a he put up a well before he got like submitted. He put up a he hit him with a good shot. I saw that shot.
It was a good fight until
But
Khabib was like, I'm tired. I want to go home.
yeah, Fiziev, I think he will do a good job. It's also 5 rounds this time,
Exactly.
and yeah, rematches are always interesting. So, I mean, I did like the Hooker fight, but I really like this one too. Like, I like this a lot. I would have preferred Dan Hooker on the card. Get well, Dan. We want to see you back in there soon.
Mhm.
Honestly, Dan, if this is for Dan Hooker, I don't know if you'll see this, but now that you're out of this fight, do the Poirier rematch.
Please.
Please, please,
Please.
please. We need that fight. That would
I
be the perfect.
think I think Hooker versus Charles Oliveira might be the move too.
That could also be a move, but
Okay, this is what you do. Charles Oliveira, Arman Tsarukyan, rematch.
Arman has to fight for the title.
Well, Islam just fought.
Yeah, but Arman's gonna fight him. Arman was supposed to fight him. I think Arman's still the one that can do the most to him.
I mean, I guess.
I mean,
Okay, so you give Arman the title shot. Then you do Hooker versus Oliveira. You do Gaethje versus Fiziev. You do Poirier versus
Chandler too. Patty versus Chandler winner.
Poirier versus the winner of Gaethje Fiziev. You don't give him a grappler. You give him a striker. One exciting fight, and then you're out. Both Fiziev and Gaethje are very exciting strikers.
Yeah, no, they're definitely there's a reason why they're the co-man for sure.
Yeah, that's how
Uh,
I would do it.
you know what also, you know what's another lightweight fight? It's actually the featured fight, and I'm actually quite excited about it.
Well,
Jalen Turner and Ignacio Bahamondes.
I love that fight. I
I
like that
love
fight a lot.
it's the feature fight too. So it's going to be a good one. I mean,
I got
I,
Bahamondes. I
I
don't
got
give,
him up.
bro.
Honestly, he's kind of a killer on the feet. Remember that Roosevelt Roberts knockout?
Hard to forget. I have that screenshot on my phone of Robert's jaw just going like a
Yeah.
cartoon.
I mean, Ignacio trains with Bilal as well, and Bilal is a good wrestler.
He
I
is.
have I give props where props due. Bilal is a good wrestler. So I think, and Bahamondes, he's already amazing on the feet. I think he has what it takes to make it to the top. I think he has,
Potentially.
yeah, I think he has that. I mean,
Yeah, he's right there. He's right there. Yeah. I think this fight puts him over the edge, and then he starts fighting top ranked guys only.
oh yeah, top, yeah, he's definitely gonna fight top ranked guys. You know what's another lightweight fight though, and I think I mentioned this to you,
Hmm.
Mauricio Murphy and Bobby Green.
Yeah, that's gonna be on
That's
13, 313.
yeah, that's this weekend.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a good fight.
It's the opener actually. It's
I
the
think Bobby Green gets put to sleep
yeah.
unconscious.
Oh yeah. Ruffy's gonna put him to sleep.
Unfortunately, I love Bobby Green. After getting put to sleep by Patty Pimblett, though, just Rufy has way too many ways that he can get Bobby Green out of there. And if Bobby Green fights Rufy with his hands down like he typically does,
He's destroyed. He's
it's
gonna
not going to be good because Rufy is insane at keeping his distance.
yeah, Rufy kind of reminds me, I think you said it, of Greg McGregor.
Young McGregor at featherweight.
Yeah, I think he has potential, and I think it's gonna freaking soar off the roof in that fight.
I agree.
Another another fight that I do want to give a shout out on the PPV because we like women. So Amanda Lemos
Oh,
and Asmin Lucindo. I actually really like that, and I'll
what a
tell you.
statement. We all like women. I concur with you, Simkai. We do all like women.
But
I
no,
concur.
seriously, I
Yeah.
do like Asmin likes to go forward. She's always like trying to actually get a finish.
Lemos,
I,
Lucindo.
Lemos is gonna win.
I don't know. I
I,
really don't know.
I really think she's gonna win.
Lucindo is nasty too. They're both really good on the feet. They're both really good on the ground. They don't especially have any weaknesses, except for maybe the wrestling aspect.
You're right,
Um,
but
I'd
Lemos,
say Lucindo is better on the ground. I'd give her that.
I
Then
think I think
Lemos probably has more power.
Lemos has a lot more power. Like
Yeah, but
Lemos,
power doesn't win fights. It just
power,
doesn't.
but it could for Lemos's case. But you know
It
what power?
could.
You know
Uh,
what? You know in what class power does win fights?
Featherweight, flyweight,
Heavyweight, my boy.
flyweight.
And guess who's on par for our prelim featured bout?
Hold on, don't
Really
tell me.
good.
Don't tell
Really,
me. Don't tell me. Don't tell me. Really big?
really big.
Spivak? Hold on, don't tell me. Jailton Almeida?
Nope. I'll give you two more
Who?
hints. I'll give you two more
Who?
chances.
Uh, Sabura?
No.
Um, what are they ranked in? What, like top 10?
Five.
Top five? Curtis Blades versus Ramazan Kuniev.
Yep. That's our featured prelim for this
Let's
weekend.
go.
Top this I've been waiting for this fight, and I'm gonna because like this is not a fight you can miss. This is literally former title challenger Curtis Blades is fighting one of the craziest heavyweights I have probably ever seen before. In
Crazy
ring.
just because he's from Dagestan?
Crazy because he's just fucking huge and he has wrestling like that. I don't understand it. I really don't understand it.
You're gonna do my boy Gaziev dirty like that? Like he's not the first heavyweight Dagestani right there. What the fuck, bro?
Rivzan
Don't mess.
Kunaev,
What?
you know Rivzan is good when Khabib has him headlining his promotion.
Well, he was the heavyweight champion at Eagle FC. That's
Yeah,
why he's being taken so seriously by the UFC.
yeah, he's
Um,
top five opponent in his debut.
that's a very high bar for him that they have. Question is, can he wrestle? We're definitely gonna. Oh, sorry. We're definitely gonna find out against Curtis Blades. That's Curtis Blades. Basically, 90% of his arsenal is wrestling.
But will Razor Blades get it done?
I think Razor Blades does get it done.
I think Razor Blades gets it done with the Razor Blades, honestly. I think
With the
that's how he.
elbows,
Yep. I think if he can like roll on top of Kunev somehow and just land a bunch of those, I think it's over.
roll on top. My boy, bro, I gotta put you onto jujitsu. You gotta start doing jujitsu. This is atrocious. If he can sweep him, get to mount, and
And
then
then
start throwing some elbows.
that will
Now
do
we're
it.
now we're in business.
I think it is.
I think he gets it done that way. I think you're right. I think he knocks him out that way.
I think it's perfect. I think it's the perfect featured prelim to have for this fight, honestly.
Oh,
I mean, there's also some other good bangers on the card as well. I mean, we got Ray Surya. He's a 10-0 Japanese star. He's fighting 12-2 Joshua Van. Joshua Van.
that's the youngest fight in UFC history. You know this? First time in history that two guys born in the 2000s are fighting each other.
That's crazy.
Which is fucking crazy, bro, because I was born in fucking 2002 and these dudes are like my weight, my age. They're definitely not my weight.
Joshua
They're
Van,
way smaller.
I'm gonna give it a shout out right now because I love the people over there. But Fury FC, love you guys. Eric G, you guys are doing awesome over there.
That's
Jo
facts. Shout out Fury.
Joshua Van is on this card. Actually, two Fury Hall of Famers are on this card. Joshua Van and Alex Morono. They're actually the only two people in the Fury Hall of Fame, and they are both on this card, and there's a reason for that. So, I mean, I really like those fights, and actually, you're gonna like who Morono's fighting. He's fighting Carlos Leal, the former PFL.
That's right. That's right. That's right. That's an interesting welterweight fight. Leal by decision.
Yeah, I kind of have to say it
If you
too.
don't know, now you know.
Carlos
Leal
Leal,
by decision. What?
Carlos Leal, I mean, he beat Cooper. You don't just beat Ray Cooper like that. I'm sorry, but
Unless you're Leal.
yeah,
Ray Cooper the third is a stud. He's one of the PFL slash Bellator's PFL biggest fighters, and especially at welterweight. And Leal just ran through him.
yeah, Leal ran through him. Leal is definitely a fighter
A
to look out for.
mensch.
The former LFA welterweight champion, which also gives him a big name because LFA pumps out good fighters all the time.
Yeah,
Uh,
faster than some kind pumps out kids, ladies and gentlemen.
yeah, I
But
already have. Oh yeah,
you have five kids.
yeah.
Do they all live in your basement, or is that just like the ones that I met?
Yeah, they're caged in the basement. It's okay.
Nice. Love
But
that. Love that for you.
actually, a
What?
stand-up fight that I forgot to mention on this card. Honestly, it's not really being looked at a lot, and I don't really like that.
What?
Armin Petrosian and Bruno Ferreira. Someone's going to sleep.
That's
I,
a good fucking fight,
I
and
think
people aren't talking about that fight.
yeah, no one's talking about that fight. It's like a
What the fuck, bro?
bro. It's like a stand-up fighter's dream.
That
Like,
is a wonderful fight.
yeah, it's really a good one. I mean, Bruno Ferreira is a monster. He puts people out.
Hmm.
Uh, Petrosian, he also puts people out. It's a good fight.
Wow. You know what else they're doing? They're doing Chris Gutierrez versus John Castaneda.
Oh, I did not see that. I think that's new.
They added that today or yesterday, I think. But Chris Gutierrez,
Wow.
he's the second fight on the card. He main evented before.
Yeah, he's actually the first fight from what I'm seeing. But yeah, I
I'm
think
seeing Jordan Santos versus
oh,
Ozzy Diaz, but I don't know.
that's a good fight.
Yeah.
You know what's actually funny? Because we were
What?
just talking about him. Jordan Santos is the one that beat Will Curry to get into UFC.
No way.
Yeah. So he's
Wow.
actually making his debut fight this Saturday against Ozzy
Awesome.
Diaz, who was at light heavyweight before, but I guess he's moving down to middleweight. He's 9-3. I think Santos wins by knockout. This guy is a monster. So I will not underestimate him again, is all I'm going to say. So I think he gets that done. But to get back to what you said, honestly, about that other fight, I think Chris Gutierrez on experience, I think he gets this. decision.
John Castaneda has just as many fights as him, bro.
Yeah, but true. But I think
Maybe
that
like one fight less, but that's the same shit.
Chris Gutierrez, what he did to Frankie Edgar is in my head forever. I can't forget that.
Yes, but Frankie Edgar was 4,586 years old.
True.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Not talking shit, but Frankie Edgar is who they would roll out. Listen, first and foremost, I am a massive fan of Frankie Edgar in his prime. I am a huge fan of what sorry, what Frankie did for the sport.
Frankie's a
He
legend.
he's a legend. He's former lightweight champion. Pretty sure he moved down to featherweight, he moved down to bantamweight. He did all this stuff. Correct me if I'm wrong, he was a multiple time lightweight champion, at least two times.
I think he was two times, and he challenged for the featherweight belt
Yes, yes. And
twice.
so to say anything other than Frankie is an absolute Hall of Famer, absolute legend, and I have nothing but love and respect for him, that goes
Frankie's
without saying. However, towards the end of his career, we have to be honest and we have to say that UFC would roll out Frankie Edgar whenever they wanted to give one of their like highly touted striker prospects in bantamweight a chance to get a highlight reel knockout. And that's what they did it with Chris Gutierrez. That's what they did with Sandhagen. That's what they did with Chito Vera. He was the guy that they would roll out. So to say that just because of what he did to Frankie Edgar at the end of Frankie Edgar's career, I don't think that's a good enough justification. Now, I will say Chris Gutierrez has some of the baddest leg kicks in the game,
yeah.
and and that's something that he hasn't been using too much recently. But when he uses it, he will break people's femurs in half. He's good. His striking is solid, but he's just got to turn up the volume a little bit more, and I think he gets it done.
You know what fight I'm also looking at, and I didn't even
No,
realize this card? Myron Santos, 15-1 versus
Mhm.
Francis Marshall
I know that's a fun fight.
on featherweight.
Um,
Kind of got
I don't
Santos
even.
one. I'm not gonna lie, I kind of got Myron on this one.
You got Santos?
Yeah.
I can see why, but I'm going with Marshall just because I like Marshall. Marshall's a cool fighter. He looks like my college roommate.
Also, shout out to Francis Marshall. He's a firefighter. He puts his life on the line for other people. Respect.
Yeah, facts.
So
Bro
that,
doesn't gets no days off in terms of
yeah.
risking his life.
Oh,
No
yeah,
days off.
bro, literally. Like
His
that.
whole life is a risk.
But hey, good on
Shout
him
out.
for
He's a
having.
fucking beast, bro. I fucking love that dude. Every
Yeah,
time
but
he fights, it's entertaining. He's just heavy hands. He likes to throw down. I'm
that's
a
our
fan.
PPV though, Alan. I mean, it's pretty stacked. It's
We went
pretty
through every single fight, motherfucker. Let's move on.
yes, sir.
Motherfucker, it's stacked. It is. But
Stacked. Folks, you
bro,
gotta watch.
I wanna talk about the UFC Fight Pass
Announcement.
Invitational.
Oh
We
yeah.
got the news coming up. We gotta stay true to our agenda. But um, let's go with the news. What are you hearing? What are the rumblings that you're hearing?
Well, I mean, we mentioned Kansas City, did we?
Did we?
I don't know, did folks. So I guess I'll say it again. We got Jamal Hill and Khalil Roundtree mainline headlining in Kansas City. The first fight, I think I might have mentioned this before, is Ikram Alaskarov, Andre Muniz, Michel Pereira, Abus Magomedov, Giga Chikadze, David Onama,
Oh my
Zhang
God.
Yang, and Anthony Smith. And then our main
That's
event.
Smith's retirement fight, right?
Yeah, probably. Most
Oh,
probably. I
thank
mean,
God. Thank
you
God.
know what
Thank
I'm
God.
kind of
Thank God.
surprised? He said he was done after because he can't do it without his coach. So I'm very confused as to why he's fighting again.
I don't know, but he's got something like 60 fights in the octagon. He is a savage.
Yeah, he
But
is a.
I like him as a commentator, to be honest with you. He's among my favorite commentators. I don't want to see him get brain damage.
Yeah, me neither. But I think that
They're putting him up against a young, hungry prospect.
yeah, that guy. Did you see that knockout, bro? And from Zhang Mingyang in Macau,
Beast.
like he's a beast. But remember Vitor Petrino, my friend? You can't ever count Lionheart out of a fight.
I agree with you. To me, This might sound weird to some people, but fuck those people because I don't care. To me, uh, what's his name again? What's his name again?
Zhang?
What is it?
Zhang Mingyang?
Zhang Mingyang. To me, he is the Zheli Zhang of the UFC. Crazy power in his hands, good striking, good distance control. Mostly a boxer.
So you think he beats him?
I think he does disgusting things.
Yeah. I mean,
And listen, this is not to shit on anybody. I'm a big fan of Anthony Smith.
who isn't?
And I really hope he proves me wrong. But this kid, Zhang Miang, very good. Very, very good.
Yeah.
Young, he's like 25 years old or some shit. Young, hungry prospect, and that's dangerous.
Yeah, it
So
is.
we'll see what happens.
You know what? Oh, so actually, I'm looking at this now, but
What?
we actually briefly mentioned it. It's happening in March, but I want to go over two fights actually,
Let's hear it.
because we kind of briefly mentioned them, and I
Hmm.
think they're going to be very important later on in their respective divisions.
Let's see.
So I'm sorry to say this, but Sean Brady will probably destroy Leon in that main event, I
Huh?
think. Um, so I think that's going to happen between them. Sean Brady, after what he did to Burns, I really don't see anyone standing against him now. I mean, Bilal obviously beat him, but yeah.
Kamaru versus Brady after.
Yeah, I think that has to happen after. But the co-main event is just as crazy. Jan Blachowicz and Carlos Ulberg.
Wow.
Yeah. Car I mean, this is a fight like Blachowicz is a contender. And why I say that is because people think he beat Pereira in that fight.
He went the distance with both halves of next week's main event. He
Yeah.
went the distance with Ankalaev and got a draw. He went the distance with Pereira and got a
Decision
very
loss.
shaky decision loss. But he is game. He is tough. He
Polish
is a
power.
good striker. He's got solid takedowns. Jan Blachowicz is not to be slept on.
Yeah, especially even if it's Carlos Ulberg he's against. Not to be
Carl-
slept.
Right. He has a very important mission there. Do not get hit by Carlos Ulberg at all. Just don't
Yeah,
try
or
it.
yeah, I mean, Carlos Ulberg. I will say it though, Carlos Ulberg. I've always said I think he's going to make it to the top, and I'm not doubting that for a second. I think he
If
has to get to the top.
uh, if he wins, I think he fights Alex next.
I think so too.
I don't see who else.
I don't see who else can stand against him in that regard.
Oh, Yuri again? Roundtree again? No. Who
Yuri,
else?
I don't know who Yuri's going to fight, actually, now that I think about it. That's interesting. Now that
Yuri versus Jan.
Jan's fighting Ulberg.
Well, after that fight, Yuri versus Jan.
Honestly, Yuri versus Jan in Eastern Europe. It has to be there. I'm sorry, but it has to be.
Oh, dude, put on a fucking show in Prague.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Put a show in Prague, like somewhere you can get a bunch of Polish fans and a bunch of Czech fans. You know they're gonna go there. So
Prague has the craziest nightlife of anywhere on earth, according to multiple articles that I read. So
yeah,
if they do that, bro, it's gonna be fucking crazy. The videos of the after parties are gonna be legendary.
and this crowd's gonna be sold out. Like,
For sure. Easily. Easily. You put that shit on in fucking Glasgow and Krakow and Prague, anywhere there, anywhere within 100-mile radius of any of those cities, you will have tsunamis of people.
yeah. Now let's get to what Alan was actually
No,
excited to
no, no,
talk.
no, 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 no. No, no, no. We missed one very important piece of news.
About.
And you and I were talking about this earlier, but FBI Director Kash Patel calls Dana and the UFC to start talking about getting the UFC to train FBI agents. Simkai, let the world know your thoughts. What do you think about this? You seem to
That's
have no opinions.
amazing. This is amazing. Do you know
Mhm.
why?
Why?
This is amazing because literally you're getting fighters to show why they're such badasses, and you're gonna have them teach law enforcement. Law enforcement's about to get fucking badass. Like
Law
law enforcement,
enforcement is about to get enforced.
law enforcement's about to become even more like. I'm sorry, criminals. You better be shitting your pants right now. Like you better be.
Yeah, criminals. Yeah.
You're gonna get you're gonna get put in a headlock and you're gonna be put to sleep. Like honestly, I have
No
to.
headlocks, rear naked chokes only. Free
And you know,
naps from the
and you
police
know why this
station.
is happening? This is happening because our president, Donald Trump, very big supporter of MMA, very big supporter of the UFC. I've seen him.
Yeah.
He's advocated for MMA actually since it's been founded. He's
Mhm.
one of he's one of literally his family also goes to the events. I mean, I I'm so happy this is happening because of course Dana White, he's American. He loves his country. Well,
And he's
like
boys with Trump.
yeah, exactly. He's boys with Trump, and I think Cash Patel was actually at one of the fights recently. Actually,
I
I
can
think he
imagine.
was,
I think it was
and
right after the election. Mike Johnson, Robert F. Kennedy, all of them pulled up
Vivek,
like the fucking Avengers.
Vivek, Elon, literally. Oh my God,
Dude,
RFK.
I will say this. I will say this. This idea is a great idea, but it is not Trump's. It is not
Yeah,
Cash Patel's. It is Andrew Yang's.
it is
Andrew
Andrew,
Yang,
but
who
he was
ran for president earlier, or he ran for mayor of New York, and as part of his mayoral campaign, he threw out the idea that all cops in New York should be at bare minimum Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu purple belts. And
that's
honestly, I love that idea. I
it's great.
love that idea. You know how much less violent people would get if they knew, oh fuck, that cop knows how to beat my ass. You know how many fewer incidents there would be of like cops misusing or abusing their power if they really knew how to restrain somebody safely? Dude, we're talking about a new age, a new dawn for the
Hey,
world.
there'll be
What?
no more. There'll be no more discriminate. They'll literally everything will be. I think it'll be fine. I because it'll also teach you patience. It'll teach you to assess a situation before you do anything. To know like when an MMA fighter's in the cage, they have to think about their plan. They have to think about what they're gonna do and think about how they're
False.
gonna.
False. Stop. No. Bullshit. No. You don't think in the cage. You don't. You do all your thinking beforehand.
Okay,
This
fair.
motherfucker, this is why you got to do jujitsu. So you can tell
Okay,
the people adequately. Motherfucker spreading false information on this podcast. We got to get you, we got to get you, Simkai, into Sarah Longo. I'm going to call them myself and check if you're going.
no, I'll only go.
Everybody, yo,
Everyone
folks,
have
ladies and
Alan.
gentlemen, I'm gonna cut Simkai off real quick. He told me that he's starting jujitsu on Thursday. You guys gotta keep him accountable, and y'all gotta blow up his inbox, being like, "Yo, Simkai, did you go to jujitsu?" And if not, roast the fuck out of him. Roast the ever loving fuck out of him, please, please. I beg you, please,
Y'all
just do
gotta
me
get
this
this
favor.
train me. Y'all gotta get this guy to train me. Y'all don't know. Y'all don't know Alan Gittleman. You hear me? Y'all don't know how good Alan Gittleman is. This guy is a
Thank you.
fighter. This guy is a fighter.
Thank you very much, but I prefer to keep these things low key, like Batman.
Oh hell no, man. Fuck you. You're gonna be on the spotlight, my guy.
Dude, I'd love to train
Listen,
some UFC fighters.
Alan, I mean, I can't lie. You've actually fought for a promotion that's on the Fight Pass.
Hmm.
Tell them a little bit. Honestly, tell them a little bit about that, guys.
Um, I had one fight for CES MMA. This
Big promotion.
was I was a senior in college. It was the week before my finals exams, or like the day before my finals started was my fight. And I was training for a long ass time for this. So my background is Muay Thai. I do Muay Thai. I started Muay Thai when I was 5. basically 5 years old. I've been doing it this entire time, basically. And then when I got to college, there was no Muay Thai gym, but there was a sick jiu-jitsu gym, like walking distance from campus. So every day I would walk there, 5 days a week when I wasn't in fight camp, 6 or 7 when I was. And every time I got there, I would train minimum 2 hours, minimum. Usually it would be around 3 to 4 hours. So I'd train. And then eventually me and my coach got to talking. I told him I've always wanted to do an MMA fight. He hooked it up my senior year. And CES was gracious enough to put us up at a hotel for free. Me and my
Wow.
coaches drove out there, beat the shit out of some kid who wanted to pull out of this fight. Unfortunately, my fight ended in a no contest because in amateur rules, you're not allowed to throw knees to the head. And I tried to throw a knee to this guy's shoulder. He kind of like rolled into it and he told the ref that it hit him in the eye. Whatever, this is all irrelevant, but it was a great experience. Um,
Tell them
yeah.
who made
What?
it. Tell them who
Huh?
made event. Tell them who you met that night.
Oh, William Knight from the UFC. He was main eventing. He was fighting Domingos Barrios, and in Barrios's corner was Jorgen De Castro, which was it was a great time. It
That's
was it was a lot of fun. I had so much fun. We went to the casino after, lost some money. It was dope. It was dope. And I did
Alan.
all of this without telling my parents. So my parents found out the day of the fight. Because my I was posting on Instagram and Facebook, and I blocked my family members from seeing my story so that they couldn't try to stop me. And my barber sees my story. My brother goes to get a haircut the same day as I'm fighting. My barber tells my brother, "Yo, I'm so excited. I can't wait to see your younger brother fighting on UFC Fight Pass." My brother looks up at him. He's like, "What the fuck did you just say to me?" And then my barber shows him. He's like, "Yo, look at this poster." And then he sees and he's like, "Alan, what are you doing?" He calls me. He's like, and I'm like, "Bro, I'm in Boston already. It's too late to stop anything. By the time you drive up here, I'll be fighting already. I'll be done. So fuck it. We ball."
It's fucking awesome. Did they
Yeah.
watch your
What's that?
did they watch your fight?
I sent them videos after. I didn't really want to concern myself with are they watching before? Are they watching during? My job is to fight, right? I'm
Yeah.
not going to waste any of my mental energy, not even like half a percentage on, oh, does this person have the link? Does this person have a ticket? That's none of my business. You either took care of that beforehand or you didn't. I got to fight to fight. Like, I'm not dealing with all this little bullshit outside. That's just a distraction. You can't have any distractions. You also can't have too many like plans or goals inside there. You have to have a couple techniques that you're like, okay, if I'm in this position, which I'm not really good at, I'll do this. If I'm in this other shitty position, I'll do that. But for the most part, you know how you tend to fight, and you have to use that frame, mold it to your opponent, what their weaknesses are, and then try to beat them that way. If you think about it too much, you're gonna lose. You got to go in there, and at the end of the day, it's a fist fight. You got to throw your hands. You got to throw kicks, knees, elbows, do whatever the fuck you got to do to win. Because,
Folks,
bro, your friends are there, your family's there. You don't want to get embarrassed. You don't want to get knocked unconscious. You don't want to get put to sleep. You want to win.
yeah. Folks, I'm gonna shout him out right now, but I mean you already got it, you already got a free lesson here, but my boy teaches people how to fight. Look him up. He's an amazing fighter. You already heard the resume here. Hit him up.
Yeah, yeah. I'm also national kickboxing champion if anybody wants to learn how to kickbox. So let's get it.
Sure.
Let's
Alan,
get it.
now
Mm,
though, because I can't spoil your fun.
mm.
So th- this is all you, but would you like to tell our folks about the Fight Pass this Thursday? Invi-
Ooh, we got some fun fights on this card. We got
How's
some fun jiu-jitsu fights. We got the black belt slayer Nikki Rodriguez versus who was he fighting?
Nudo?
Zenkai. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. No, 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 no.
Is he
Why
fighting?
can't I remember? Uh, Fight Pass Invitational. Hold on 1 second. Pause. Pause. Ah,
Damn.
there we go. He is fighting Victor Hugo. Victor Hugo is a beast.
Victor Hugo, the fighter?
And Victor Hugo, the jiu-jitsu athlete. Victor
Oh,
Hugo is a very large, very
oh,
heavyweight.
that Victor Hugo.
Um, yeah. Victor Hugo, who got tapped by Gordon Ryan very quickly at ADCC, but ever since then, he's had a couple matches and he's been on a tear.
That's going to be a good main event.
Nicky Rodriguez is a different animal though. Nicky Rod is a fucking beast. He can do cartwheels, he can do backflips, he's shredded, he has a six pack, and he's fucking over 260 pounds, and he's a black belt in jiu-jitsu. He is a motherfucker to deal with on the ground.
They're changing the invitational is honestly changing the game with like these
I
grappling
like it.
events. I mean, like they're putting people like Mikey Musumeci, like
It's expanding the sport by leaps and bounds, and it's honestly giving a lot of jiu-jitsu athletes
a platform.
um a platform and an option other than just keeping jujitsu as a side thing, as a hobby. Like this makes it viable to turn it into a career. There's a couple of fights that I want to go into here.
Okay,
Couple of fights. Do you want me to just take it away?
take it away, my friend.
All right. The co-main event, Renato Canuto versus Oliver Taza. Banger of a fight. Oliver Taza, beyond talented. Beyond talented. Same can be said for Renato Canuto. Renato Canuto was on the previous Fight Pass Invitational. He got a win over I believe his name is something Souza. Gabriel Souza, maybe. I don't know. I
No,
don't
so,
remember
yeah,
his first.
Gabriel Souza, I think he's a
What is it?
pretty. It might be Gabriel Souza. I think he's a pretty.
I think so. Yeah. Uh Souza's a dog. Souza's really fucking good. Renato Canuto beat him by decision. So Renato Canuto is very good. Oliver Taza always brings the heat. He's always very entertaining to watch. A lot of scrambles, a lot of upside down flippy shit. Like he does a lot of really cool stuff. Next fight after that, Elizabeth Clay versus Brianna St. Marie. Two of the best women on planet Earth at Jiu-Jitsu. Elizabeth Clay, I believe she was a finalist in ADCC last year. I don't think she won, but she was a finalist.
That's
If
great.
not last time, then the year before, or then the ADCC before. After that, we have a lot of other really good fights, but a trend that I'm noticing here is we have a lot of very young athletes, starting with Sarah Galvao. Actually, Uh, I'm pretty sure Sarah Galvao is Andre Galvao's daughter. Could be wrong about that. Could just be the same last name. But I know for a fact that Achilles Rocha, is Wagner Rocha's son, and Rocha has been tearing it up on the regional scene and on smaller shows. He earned this platform. He's facing Nathan Haddad. Uh, it's gonna be very fun. It's gonna be very fun. The last one that I want to get into, Grindadi Lira versus Helena Kravar. Helena Kravar is on John Danaher and Gordon Ryan's team. Sort of what's the team called? New Wave Jiu-Jitsu?
Yeah.
Right. So they're on that wave, no pun intended. And Helena Kravar is immensely talented. I think she's only 17 or 18 years old. She's good, bro. She's good. She has so many medals, you can't even count them all. She has so many trophies, so many knives that she won from all these fucking tournaments. She's a bad, she's a bad motherfucker. Keep your eyes out for Helena Kravar. She's gonna do some crazy shit.
I think,
That's
folks,
yeah.
this is this Thursday, folks. This Thursday, right 2 days before UFC 313. Don't miss it. The Fight Pass Invitationals, as Alan said, are always fun, stacked with talent. It's definitely not something you can miss.
I agree with you. I agree with you, bro. I agree with
Alan,
you.
so it's
Hmm.
that time, but who do we name as our UFC Fighter of the Week?
I'm gonna say Manel Cop. Manel Cop, either Manel Cop or Mario Pinto. Mario Pinto had one of the best debuts I've seen in a very long time.
Yeah.
Right
Honestly,
up there with
yeah,
Chandler's debut.
we'll have two this week. We can have two this week. But yeah, I definitely agree with you about Pinto. I
Hmm.
mean, that was wild. Like besides being the first finish of the card, it was a freak finish. So, and freak finishes like that, when you put someone out and their eyes roll back, I don't know about you, but that always makes a card in my opinion.
I agree. I hope Austin Lane recovers from that soon and
Yeah.
quickly. I hope he's 100% fine, but that knockout was fucking tremendous.
Yeah.
Fucking tremendous.
And then
You
why
know?
did you choose Cop as your other one?
He's getting the
Elaborate.
title shot next. He has to. Anybody other than Cop is undeserving. They brought in Asakura. Cop already beat him in Risen. They bring in Urseg. Urseg got knocked out by who? Kai Kara France, who's fighting
Yeah.
right now. Kai Kara
Yep.
France is number one. After that fight happens, number two, Manel Cop.
Manel Cop. Star Boy. Star Boy. He's a Star Boy at this point.
They got to put a star on his UFC
I
belt.
just realized though, you know what would be a good fight for Manel Cop?
Hmm.
Because
What's that?
he's in the UFC now.
What do you mean? Who?
Sakura's in the UFC.
Yeah, but Cop already knocked him out.
Cop did knock him out. That's true. I wonder what they're gonna do with him though. Like he lost the title shot. So it's interesting to see what they might do with him. Honestly, I have an idea of what they might do because it's the perfect thing to do. Tatsuro Taira, Kaya Sakura, Japan.
I like it.
Boom,
I like
boom,
that fight a lot. That fight
boom.
makes a lot of sense.
They're both like in the top five. Well, Kaya Sakura is not ranked, but he's a former champion in another promotion. I mean, former champions do get their due. I mean, Michael Chandler got a ranked guy while coming in. Patricio Pitbull is getting Yair Rodriguez.
Yeah. Just shows how much faith the promotion has in him.
Yeah, and other MMA fighters.
Yeah. I like it. Who's your fighter of the week? And then we'll wrap it up.
My fighter of the week, I honestly would say Cody Brundage.
Ooh, I like that. I like that. Tell me more.
Because Cody Brundage, I mean, listen, he's had his losses here and there, but it's
Mhm.
not like the losses have been against cans. I mean, Bo Nickel fought him. And he didn't
He
get,
was he was Bo Nickal's hardest fight, low key.
yeah, low key, it was Bo Nickel's hardest fight. Um, I mean, this isn't the first time he's finished people in the first round.
Mhm.
I didn't really like how that fight went, but I'm pretty sure he would have finished Al Hassan in the first round if it didn't go to a no contest. I'm pretty sure that would have happened.
Was that the back of the head thing?
Yeah, that
I didn't
freak.
like that either. I thought he should have won.
Yeah, so I think that Brundage, I mean, honestly, it's not even a stretch. I think he'll be ranked at some point.
I
Like,
agree with you.
because like he is 10 and I think he's 11 and 5 now. Like,
Mhm.
he's faced his
He's good.
test. Yeah, he's very good. You're definitely gonna see more of him. Honestly, I think he can make a quick turnaround. I mean, I don't think he took too much damage in the Marquez fight, but
Yeah.
then again, Marquez is a monster. He can't be taken lightly. So,
Yeah, I think he's good after that fight though. I really think that he was thrown into the deep end of the pool when they first signed him, and they kind of expected him to drown, but he didn't. He's still here and he's still knocking motherfuckers out.
he
Who did he
literally,
beat? He beat Trayshawn Gore. Abdul Razak Al Hassan was a no contest. He beat Marquez. He lost to Bo Nickel. Um, he fought a lot of really good guys, and
yeah,
you can't take anything away from him.
yeah, and also like Marquez almost finished him. Literally,
And he came
Marquez
back from that. He
came
came
back.
back from that and won by
Yeah,
finish, by knockout.
I don't want to hear anything about bad about Cody Brundage. Cody Brundage, you're a G. I hope you see this. All the best to your daughter, man. You're a legend.
Facts.
Okay,
Fact. Prayers out for your daughter.
prayers up.
Yeah. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Simkai, any final words?
Nope.
All right. In that case, we'll wrap it up. Ladies and gentlemen, if you stuck with us through the whole show, maybe get a life. I don't know. Why are you still here, bro? Go outside. That's some guy. No, I'm playing. I'm very grateful. Simkai is very grateful too. Thank you so much for joining us. We'll be back here next week to talk some shit about UFC. All right. Take
Yes.
care, everybody. Thank you. All right. Bye bye.